Okay, everybody, welcome back to Southern Fried TCG. Also with us today is Twisted Nightmare Gaming and
Lunar Star 10-3.
There we go. All right, so what we're doing today is we're going to do a sort of a tutorial video they've never played. Nightmare over here loves his Megatron. All characters first off, we'll start in alt mode. Let me grab two cards. We'll put that there and that there, so because you're not flipping, that's how you would transform them.
So these don't flip at all?
Well, they don't flip because that's their flip.
Okay.
Like you'll notice the back side is part of a combiner.
Okay.
Now, excuse me. So once again, like I said, we're all here together, but most of our videos that we are trying to do together with Nightmare and I, we are pretty much calling Southern Fried Nightmare Gaming. Or Southern Fried Nightmare? Which one?
Southern Fried Nightmare, TCG, doesn't really matter.
Alright, and
Southern Fried Nightmare, just Southern Fried Nightmare Gaming. All the same.
It will be on Twisted Nightmare Gaming's website or channel. It will be on Southern Fried Nightmare or Southern Fried TCG's gaming channel. And if Luna Star wants to put it on her channel as well, it will be there as well for everybody to like and enjoy. So, first things first, both players have shuffled. They've presented their cards. We do need some dice. So we can do a roll for high roll. 18.
Offer my own dice, but we got it.
8. Wow, really?
Yeah, this normally happens with us.
All right, let's try this one more time. 2. You're gonna beat the 2. She's going first, or she's gonna win. She got a 5, so you get the option. You can go first or second. I'm gonna tell you right now, with this deck, you want to go first.
Okay.
So to start the game, everybody's done that. So that is pretty much the premise. So we all keep the decks to the side. Everybody starts with 3 cards. All right. After 3 cards, whoever chose to go first will draw 1 for turn.
Okay.
Now, the person who's going first cannot play any cards from hand. They can only transform a character, use a tap ability, and attack. Those are the only 3 options. There's no tap abilities, so your hand is just there for the following turn.
Okay.
So you can transform one character. Fire Drive is a Battle Master, which he doesn't transform. Whenever he dies, he becomes an upgrade, a weapon for one of the other 2 characters.
Okay.
So you would transform FireHappy, mainly because Jetfire, his ability pulls, in this mode, pulls armors and utilities from your scrap pile and puts it directly to him.
Okay.
There's nothing in your scrap pile yet, so you would not transform him.
Okay.
You would transform FireHappy.
Transform FireHappy.
And you swing with Fire Drive, and he has Tough 2, he has Tough 1. Now Toughs give your characters able to flip an extra battle card on defense. He has a static 3, he has a static 2, he has a static 1. The biggest issue is going to become getting through the defense on these characters. However, you don't really concern with that because your main goal is always usually going to be to attack with Fire Drive first, but the problem becomes who do you choose, and I'll leave that option to you.
Skydive.
Okay, that's probably a pretty good call. Even though I would agree with that, that's probably where I would go. Even though getting any early damage on Megatron is usually good, but he is probably not going to do it. So in this scenario, that is actually right where to go. So when you declare an attack, you say, okay, Fire Drive and the Skydive, tap. Now when this attacks, draw a card.
Okay.
And now you flip 2 base, so you'll flip 2 over and show them. You'll flip 1, 2, just right there. So orange adds to attack, blues add to defense.
Okay.
Greens at the end of the attack, after the end of this battle, you can swap a card in your hand and pick up the green one.
Okay.
So And now she has 3 attack plus the 1 for 4 into your 1. Now you'll flip 2 for base. Alright, so you got 1, and then you'll flip 2 more for your tough 2. And you'll declare tough 2. That way you're always declaring the reason you're flipping. Now you hit your first white. Your first white, you get 2 extra flips. So you got 4 into 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5. So you actually hit them for nothing.
Okay.
So now all these cards, once again, all these green pips, you can pick a card. Now the attacker declares first. So you can choose a card in your hand. Say get rid of that for that, and it's some people are going to think that's crazy because that force field is really good, but Jetfire's ability to pull that back directly to him is absolutely incredible. So she chose to get rid of the force field for the enforcement batons, and you have an option. Now I put this in here. You're probably never going to play it from hand because it's such a upgrade base deck, but it's there for those. So I would say, okay, especially this early, I would get rid of it for that. Or no.
Because I already have one.
Oh yeah.
That's why I've slid it to the side because I already had. I noticed I already had one too.
Yep.
And then these all go to the scrap pile.
Correct. They all become like then these. They become to your scrap.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, if that's how y'all play, you can put your scrap over here. I mean, it really hasn't been.
I'm just kind of
That's fine. If that,
freelancing.
that's fine.
Because I normally play my deck on my left hand side too. On my left hand side too.
I can't do it. Like I feel weird reaching for my decks with my left
We're
hand.
both lefties.
my son is ambidextrous. He's a lefty that can use, but he's like it's really weird. He does everything with his left, but every sport activity is done right. It's so weird. But that's my boy. All right, so draw for turn, and you go second. So the second player gets to play 1 card from hand, 1 upgrade, or 1 action. You get your flip, you have no taps, and then you get your attack. Now that is something you're gonna kind of want to hold because of what it does. It's a stacker and it thins out your deck a little. Now if you look at that, she really doesn't have, she has all ranged characters, so you're not really concerned about that. And that's another one where you're gonna use for these.
So are we going?
I would say yeah, just to try and thin some stuff out maybe. So that gets you an attack drone, the reclaim's in action, so it scraps, the callus is in action, so it scraps. But you did get 2 of the 4. So that is the end of your plays from hand. But also, one thing to remember is any actions played during the turn, as well as battle flips, stay out of your discard until end of turn. The reason for that is you can't deck out in this game. So if it goes down, whatever's played during the turn doesn't get shuffled back up. So I'd say he decked out, all of a sudden he's out of these cards. Whenever it's all over with, whatever's right here would stay. He'd shuffle up his scrap, and that would become his new deck. But then whatever was played during the turn, same with the defender, or it's for both players, those become your new scrap. So that's all it is. It's a game where you can't deck out. So now, since you're still playing, that stays out. Remember what I said, you only transform in 1 character in this deck. You're not going to proc that, unfortunately, but it's still...
Is it needed right now?
You noticed 2 things change. 5, 15, 3, 7, 15, 2. He loses 1 defense, but he gains 2 attack.
So
I would probably leave. Actually, yeah, I would flip him, and I would swing with one of your other two characters.
so attack because I can only attack the one that's tapped.
Correct. You can only attack tapped characters.
So this guy that attacks fire drive.
So you flip 2 for base. Not them. You want to keep them separate, so it's kind of. So you get your first white. You flip 2 more. Tough is only for defending. You did hit an orange, so you're 3, 4, going into 0. So you'll flip 2 for base. You hit your first white, so you flip 2 more. And you were swinging for, what was it, 4 into 1, so you'll take 3 damage.
Okay.
So, you understanding how that happened so far?
Okay.
Because he has the 3 base attack, plus he flipped this orange pip right here on his flips.
Okay.
So that added 1 attack.
Oh, okay.
And you flipped 1 blue, so that added 1 to your defense.
Okay.
So it was really his 3 to your 0.
Alright.
Okay, and then at the end of turn, you have no green, so all those would go to your scrap pile. Okay, and it's your turn, so you would draw for turn. Now this is turn 3. Turn 3 is whenever the game starts truly getting exciting, because now every single turn, each player can play 1 upgrade, 1 action, and 1 tap ability and 1 attack, as well as 1 transform.
So it gets more labor inducing.
Oh, yes.
But it gets more interesting at the same
It gets a
time.
lot more interesting. So you look at your hand, and you have that. This is a really key thing, mainly for this guy. If you look at it, the ability.
Okay.
But I wouldn't do it yet.
Alright.
That's good. Like a good, not right now. I'm just saying, like if you read the ability, when you.
Okay.
So that's something for later situations. This is something to move stuff around for other procs, so you won't use that. Honestly, I think the only thing that you would probably use right now would probably be that. Yep. So you play it, and then you flip 4 cards. Ooh. Ooh. Oh no. Okay, so this goes to your hand. These all 3 go to the scrap. That stays out because it's during the turn. Because it doesn't go to your scrap, so you still get your 1 upgrade. I would play this onto this guy, which they have a setup where it's what is it? Upgrades. It's upgrade, armor, utility, and everybody does them like this. A lot of people do. I have found where I like them weapon, armor, utility, and you always just show that. But this gives him +4 attack, and he gets to. But at the end of the turn, you got to scrap that card.
Okay.
You still have your flip ability. Now both flip abilities, his and his. His allows you to return a weapon from your scrap pile to your hand, and his allows you to put an armor or upgrade or utility from your scrap pile directly onto him. So you only have one weapon, or no, you got 2 weapons, and you have multiple armors. I mean, I think you should go after what we put in there for him to proc and flip him. So you would flip him,
Flip him first.
and you get So see, now you pull that and it goes attaches to him. So it gives you, and if you read it, it stops you from taking anything more than 4 damage. If you take 5 or more damage, you scrap that card and you only take 4.
Okay.
So it would go to him. And then I would, and this is only because I know both these decks, so I can actually, I at this point I feel like I have to step back and can't tell you who to attack with, because if I do, I'm going to give you an unfair advantage.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't bother me.
Okay, here's the thing. Normally, because you've got him all set up, you would attack with him, but because I know what this deck does right now, and I know where it's at, I would attack with him and leave those there.
Okay.
But normally, yes, because you got that on him and that, you would attack with him.
Versus Ashes at the current moment, level 55, Pikachu. Pikachu versus Raichu, round 1. Let's go.
So.
Actually, no. I would still say go attack with him because of the force field. So yeah, I still do it.
Okay.
But then, and you can only attack a tapped character.
Yeah. So go ahead and I'll use Jet Fire to attack on Skydive.
So then he taps. So you have 8 into 1. Flip your 2. First white, 2 more.
2 more.
So 1, 2, added to the 8 for 10 into 1. Flip, nope, just stay out. So you flip your 2 base, 2, and 2 for your tough. 2 more for the white. So is that 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, 5, and you're swinging for 10, so you take 5.
$4.
Right there. Boom.
So how many life points do we have?
You don't have like it's character
It's based
points.
on
Each
based
char-
on the point.
the health points off of each character.
Okay.
Once all your characters are dead, whoever's characters are all dead first loses.
Oh.
So now you didn't want to, because all these were during those 1 cards. So these were, yeah, you had the option for that. Now remember what I told you about that. You don't want that. So those can get scrapped now because it is in the turn. So these can go to scrap as well as this and that.
Put them in the scrap?
Correct.
Or 65 Pokemon cards.
And these.
Depends on the cards. I don't know.
And you would draw for turn, my good
Oh,
sir.
this is the episode where Pikachu took that massive L to Raichu. Yeah, I remember this one. I laughed hard at that episode.
I kind of found that episode to be like, wow, for me. And
All right. So this can only go on damaged characters.
Mm-hmm.
So this is cool because you have 2 of them. So whenever you look at that, but you wouldn't quite have it yet.
So just
So I mean, you could. You only it's equal to the number, but
Joe's not here. Is there a football game today?
so yeah, I would
Football game
probably.
today?
Yeah, I think I would say put both of those on him.
Have to worry about
Kind of
Joe
long?
Mama.
Yeah, because read it. You can have up to 3.
Yeah. Joe.
I must be talking to a different.
Certain cards, like in any card game, allow you to break the rules. So attack drone, whenever you play an attack drone, he can play another attack drone. And up to 3 attack drones can fit in 1 weapon slot. And now you know what you're gonna do.
Never heard of him.
So, and who are you doing the 2 damage to?
For real. Like, I was like, that's the one man.
Should I go for the one that's already damaged at this point in time? Or should I? Because I actually don't know at this point.
I think.
With this deck, I honest to God don't know.
You take that closer to put. You're going outside.
No, it fell down.
So you put that back
I
up?
think I would put the damage to.
Dude, I've had that for 18 years in my old store.
Superman.
'Cause-
Green Arrow.
Yeah, I would say fire drive. I mean, that's where it should go. It's just, it's one of those situations.
Doesn't he have Batman?
That one, not.
So he'll go to.
Jeez, the only good one is
He was at 5, I thought.
No, he was at 3.
Green Lantern now.
He only hit him for 3.
Ah, yeah, that's right. All right, and then you would
I have one
keep
more
him
here.
there and attack with him.
Glasses and everything.
I see it.
Going back
Actually,
to fire drive, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going at
I
fire
mean,
drive.
yes, I would go at fire drive because you want to get him out because there's that card in the game, and I know you've heard me explain it on my profile. It's called Peace Through Tyranny. That's very dangerous. Like
That
any
card,
char-
that card was a pain in the ass in the mirror match with you and me that day.
Yes.
Fuck that card.
All right, so that is where you go because you don't want her to get 2 turns. So if you can take it out and you can stop that ability, that is the way to go. But you got 4, 5, into 0. She would have to not flip a blue for this to happen. So you'll flip 2 for start. Oh, that's no
Okay,
bueno.
it's not the best picture, but the one in the back with the giant smile.
Blue or white? Blue or white? Nope. So you got exactly what you needed
Glasses, like,
to clear out fire drive to stop the Peace Through Tyranny play. So you choose first if you want the bashing shield because you do go first because the attacker chooses first.
Cool guy. Yeah, no,
These aren't going to help you
that came out?
in this matchup because she has no melee characters. So those are not going to help you. And then for you, he just ruined, by killing you, he ruined this play. So I would get rid of it for that.
Okay.
There you go. He's,
And now he's dead, so he becomes a
small
weapon.
patch on the side.
Now here's the bad part, because we chose to attack with Jetfire first, is you don't really usually want this to go
He
on
looks
him.
like somebody else.
You normally want that to go on this guy. However, leaving him on there, if he somehow if he has an enforcement batons, or if he has a vaporize, or a
Bashing shield.
no bashing shields for armors, or a ramming speed, or even a drill arms. Those are different cards that can get the upgrade or a weapon off of a character. So in order to use this ability, I would probably put it here because chances are he's going to get rid of it.
Right.
So at least that enables you to have that ability. So then these would go to scrap. Same with yours. And you'll draw for turn. Okay, so what's that one? Okay. Not really playable.
Nah, I'm okay. I'm just
So you really only. Yeah, he puts you in a predicament. Okay, so all you can do is you really can't play. Actually, yes, you can. You can put this on him, and you'll get rid of one of those.
That's
It's
weird.
an enforcement or an enforcement baton. So whenever she puts it on a character, you have to scrap she scraps an enemy weapon.
Yeah, I got that old.
And now I would go ahead and flip him back,
Okay, so
And now,
You know how they do it?
Keep
at the very
this
couple
one.
with the zombie.
Keep this
the
one.
zombie face.
keep this
Do you
one.
have it?
Now, you have 2, 3, 4,
I
5.
usually pick up both. The
Pierce
very
4.
cover with the movie
But
and the
if you
face
read
very
this
cover.
weapon's ability, whenever the upgraded character attacks, so he's the upgraded character, scrap as many cards as you want from your hand, and this character gets +1 for each card scrapped that way.
Okay.
So you would scrap both those two. Giving him, so he is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Pierce 4, and 3 health left on him, so it would kill him. So probably scrapping those cards. I just thought about that was a
Harley?
bad
You
move.
get it.
I'm over here trying
You can
to.
retract it. Oh, okay. Dude, this is, we can
Yeah,
retract
let's
it.
go ahead and retract because I'm trying to cheat. So let's keep these because that was a bad play on my part. I wasn't thinking about that. So you're 5, Pierce 4, and you can get rid of him because Pierce 4, Pierce means no matter how much he blocks, you're getting through for that. The only thing that stops Pierce or minimizes Pierce would be a force field. So like if he pierced 6, you wouldn't take 6, you would take 4, and that would be that.
Right.
So I would say him into him.
Okay.
So you tap trigger happy into skydive. Well, hold on. She still has to flip.
I'm kind of thinking formality at this point.
2 more for the white. Okay, and now you'll flip your 4, 6 if you hit a white. Yep. So the skydive is very much dead. So he will go to your KO area.
Now, you were talking to me earlier about flipping someone that's in.
That is for Hot Rod, not him.
Oh, okay.
So these go to your scrap. And it is your turn now, sir.
Yeah, I'm definitely not playing that one.
Good call. And you can't play that one.
Is it gonna be early?
Hold for that one.
Very well.
The question becomes at this point, who do you wish to go after more? Do you want to hurt Trigger Happy or do you want to hurt Jetfire?
He's only going to take 4 if he takes an 1-4 because all she has to do is scratch that.
Exactly. So
Unless I equip the
my
one.
thought would be this on Hot Rod, getting rid of that. Nope, nope. No, it gets rid of a weapon, not an armor. So you're getting rid of that. Correct. Oh, no, no, no. It goes to your KO because it's still a character, so it can't be pulled back in outside of a certain way. And then you still get your flip. So you would flip him. And that doesn't proc until the following turn, and it won't proc because you don't have 3 or more upgrades on.
Megatron.
Correct.
Okay.
So, but then you only have 1 character to attack with, but he's got an 8 base attack. I would say you're probably gonna you're not gonna do anything but 4 here. So I would say you should go after Trigger Happy.
Okay.
So, General Megs and Trigger Happy. 2 more for white. Wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we're
no.
done. Dude, I can pretty much tell you, we've gone through everything that was an orange strip at this point.
All right, so you'll flip 2 for your base. Okay, so that is 2, 3 defense to 7, 8 attack. So 7 minus 3 is 4. So Trigger Happy will take 4 damage. Now, do you wish to choose? Be like you kind of want to try and build on those.
I know, it's not necessarily enough. If it's good, I mean, hello?
Okay, so
Yep.
that one.
Well,
What's that?
oh yeah, that's your favorite. Okay.
Yeah, this is on my hand.
Yeah, see, I would get that. That'd be the one. But you put it down and it's visible whenever you do it. Whenever you swap them, because this goes, you're like, okay, I'm putting this down, and you're gonna grab one of these. The question is, which one do you want to grab?
Should I do a different one of these? Do one of these so I can grab the other?
I mean, the thing is, on both scenario, the third ones are both in here,
Okay, so it doesn't
so it almost doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Outside effect, actually it does matter.
this one.
So do I go
And for you, I would.
No,
Slim pickings.
No, that's good. I'd let it go.
Huh?
I'd let it go.
This is it, man?
I would let it go.
and so
I would put them to your scrap.
scrap?
And now that
once
everything is.
all characters are tapped, everybody untaps. And it is your turn, so you will draw for turn. That's an awesome card. I think between, I know your action is going to be this. Because if you read it,
Jurgen's the best writer out of these guys. So I'm not a Teen Titans fan. Never been a big Deadpool guy. Spider-Man is probably the third best in my opinion.
so you play that. Quartermaster allows you to bring a Battlemaster card from your graveyard back into the game and put it on a character. So I would say it comes back in. And you get rid of the enforcement baton. Oh, you got to play it.
Took what, 15 years for this?
Doesn't matter. You came back. You came back.
Yeah, for what, 15 years?
Doesn't matter. He's back.
Everybody thought he was
This
coming
goes
now.
to your scrap.
Yeah, well, it's accomplished.
Played that, and now you still have your manual upgrade for turn.
No, he's back.
Now your manual upgrade,
Uncle Ben's back too?
I would say would probably be that onto him.
Yeah. Don't you remember the Clone Saga?
Then you still have one more little cool move. You can transform this guy, and you'll
There's
pull.
the original Peter Parker there.
Yeah, somewhere. We don't know who. I mean, Peter Parker thinks he's the real one, but we don't really know.
A superior jetpack, because you already have an armor, so you can only get an armor or a utility. Superior jetpack is really cool because it gives him Pierce 4, so you put it right here on him, kind of like so. And now you have 4, 5, 6, 7, Pierce 4 into whoever you're swinging it, you wish to swing into, and then you can also still, like we were trying to do before, so you can get a heavy hit on Megatron. You can actually scrap a couple cards if you wanted. I think I would hold. Maybe these two like we were gonna do originally. But because yeah, I would probably do it because you want to get as much damage. That's 15 health. Takes a little bit to get through, especially whenever they got a bunch of defense.
Right.
So you would do 4, 5, 6, 7, scrapping those two, and you'd declare you're swinging into Megatron. So you would tap him.
Tap him. Tap General Megatron.
You would flip your 2 base.
Did you want me to put this in?
It stays out in case you have to reshuffle because it wouldn't get shuffled back in.
Okay.
So it doesn't count towards anything. I just usually leave them to the
Okay.
side, and then at the end of the turn, like once the attack and everything's all flips and everybody's done, then you take it and put it in there.
Okay.
It's just a good habit to stay in.
Alright.
So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 into 2. 2 base. 11 and a 3, 11 and a 5, 4, 6. And And now, read that card.
Choose one of your Autobots. It gets +2 Pierce.
And +2 attack.
+2 attack till the end of turn. Choose an enemy Decepticon. It gets -2 defense until the end of turn. A character's defense can't go below 0.
So you know you're going to want that card for your next attack with him. So he'd get +2, and you'd give this guy -2. So that'd be a good card for. Unfortunately, it came down to that, but I would keep this. Actually, yeah, I would keep this and scrap that. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't scrap it. Technically goes there, and then, which is fine. And then now it's the end of turn, so all those scrap and go there. And now it is Nightmare's turn. The rest goes to your hand.
Okay.
You know, I managed to either draw or open up with one of these in like the last 4
That's crazy. Like, hey,
It's getting on my damn nerves.
something of, I'm starting to question whether it should be there or not at this point. So.
Actually, you guys know because of these coming through the mouth.
Okay, so it's called Absolute Batman
So.
Homicide.
You have 2 weapons on the battlefield. So you do 2 damage to one of the characters.
Okay.
It's about $75.
He has no damage on him, but you'd probably want to go after him. So his damage would go to 6. And the reason for that is he has no damage on him. So the quicker you can get it down to only 1 character at this point, the better.
Problem is, I can't attack him right now.
Exactly. But you're swinging with Hot Rod.
Tell who, him or him?
The only character you can go to. Well, have you?
No,
No,
because remember,
right.
we
Yep,
attacked
yep.
everybody.
Oh no, I was thinking action.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that
Yep.
action.
Yep.
No, that's an absolute no, sir.
Yep.
So hard rod into.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle for you because you're out of cards. So, yeah, it's 5, 6, 7. 7 attack into Jetfire. So, you'll flip 2 for base. 7 into 1 for 6.
But
Procs
she pops that.
nope, pops this.
Oh, okay.
Not the jetpack, and you take 4.
Okay.
And now these go to scrap, those go to scrap. And it's your turn, draw for turn. Okay. It's worth it. Because that's for the following turn. I would put this on him, or that. Put that on him. So bash and shield one of those away.
Okay.
And then play that onto him. So it's action is not an upgrade, so you don't have to slide it underneath. So reckless charge. Reckless charge states one of her characters gets +4 until end of turn. At the end of turn, you have to do 3 damage to that character, which is fine. It's not going to KO him, but you're getting from, now you have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, pierce 6. And you're got to go into Hot Rod.
Okay.
Because that's how you got the pierce 6. So you'll trigger happy in the hot. But first you do want to transform him back.
Okay. Transform him back. Trigger happy and go into Hot Rod.
Okay.
So you do your 2. This stays on him. You do your 2. One more. Yep, and 2 more because of the white. So 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, Pierce 6 into Hot Rod. 10 Pierce 6. I mean, he's gonna survive. 10 tough 1. 10 into 5 for 5, but you're gonna take 6 because of the Pierce 6.
Actually, he dies. That's 11, dude. 5 and 6 is 11. Dies.
He doesn't. Oh no. She attacked for 10.
But I'm gonna take 6 regardless. Plus I only lose off on the 5 from the 10, right?
You lose 6. You'll lose 6 from the 10, so you'll survive with 4 health on him. He has 10 health.
Right.
This is the first time he's taking damage, so he's only taking 6 damage, so he survives with 4 health.
Okay.
10 minus 6 is 4.
Right. I get that. I know that. But she did it. She had basically her full attack, not including the pierce, was 10.
You blocked 5. 10 minus 5 is 5.
Plus the pierce 6.
It doesn't add like that.
That's what I was asking.
It doesn't add
That's
like
what
that.
I'm trying to clarify.
It's only the greater of the two.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So-
it was not the greater of the two. Basically, the pierce, as long as you have the attack equal to it, like if she had, because your attack was 10 and she only pierced 6, you can't take the full 10 because you blocked 5 of it.
Okay.
So it only takes the pierce damage.
Okay, so I only take
Now,
6.
now if she had an attack of 4 and a
Gotcha.
pierce of 6, you would only take pierce 4 because her pierce outweighed her attack.
Gotcha.
Are you following on that too?
Getting there, yeah.
Okay.
Means, like,
So now
going
he'll
here.
take 3. These do scrap, all those. So he'll take 3. He goes to 9. And then it is your turn, sir. That's a good action.
So where
It's
did
an action you can play. You put that face down right there in the middle of the field. At this point, because how injured it, I think I would swap that for that. Now it kind of changes. I mean, if you had multiple, I probably would have kept it for this ability for flipping back.
Right.
But in this current certain situation, no. And then of course you would transform him. And that's not that won't proc.
he would have either one, but now he can actually take more damage.
Correct. He can take a crap ton, and now remember, because you also have your burn abilities, so he's only sitting over here with 3 health left. From different, like he has that burn,
Oh, okay.
and he has the burn in his other mode.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So he's still got 11 health. That's a good little bit of health. But he's also a big hitter.
So we're going over net 5.
All right.
So 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep.
Pierce 2.
10 pierce 2. That is correct.
And 2
Jetfire.
with 2 defense right now.
Correct. Currently has 2.
Wow.
All right. That's fine. That's 10 pierce 2 into Jetfire's 1.
Okay.
So 1 more. All right. So 10 into 1 for 9. You'll take all 9, which puts you at 13. That was a heck of a hit. Oh no. 10 into 2 for 8.
There
Goes
you
to
go.
12.
I was wondering where you.
I forgot about the bashing shield.
Yeah, no. That's why I said 2 when I attacked it.
Yeah. So. Oh, that's cool. So these go to scrap. Those go to scrap. You'll draw everybody untapped because all characters are tapped.
I think I want to buy
Are you sure?
not Shadow.
All right, and you'll draw for turn.
What was he in? Because it kind of just
6
6.
because it was all pierce. Now, here's where you have to win the game because you're focused. He is in his low defensive point, and he's already got 6 damage, so he's only got 8 left. No, that's incorrect. He has 9 left.
Yeah.
So I would play press, giving Jetfire +2 and him -2.
Okay.
You can't play that, but you can scrap it to give yourself an extra attack. So I would scrap it. Yep. So now you are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 into 0.
Okay.
Don't flip them. We did screw that. Hold on. So we do this right. Before you declare the attack, hold this. Flip trigger happy. Did I do that? Nope. 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 Once again, I'm too far ahead. Because you would have a weapon, it would give you an extra one. So no. We are not doing that. You will discard. You'll keep him here. You'll attack with him in this mode into Megatron.
Okay.
And I can't believe I'm helping these Autobots win, man.
Yeah.
Well, in all fair, Jetfire is kind of two-faced in that mode. If anybody doesn't know, he plays both sides of the field against Autobots and Decepticons.
Oh, so he's an asshole.
He's an independent.
He's an asshole.
He's an independent.
He's an asshole. Asshole.
All right.
ASS.
So, Jetfire into Megatron.
Don't flip him.
No,
Don't,
just tap.
because if you flip him in this mode, he has an extra attack and he has bold 1.
Okay, but
And if you flipped him, it would be to get this or something like that. But
Okay.
you already have him, so
Okay.
you want to keep that.
So I will go ahead and use him to go and
Tap.
attack.
So now you'll flip 2 for base. So all right. Oh, bold 1. One more. Two more because of the white.
Bullshit. This is bullshit.
All right. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 into 0. Now, one of your characters, you remember this?
Yes.
So you'll flip it, showing it when one of his characters defends, he draws 2 cards. Now look at your entire hand. Well, the answer, it's one of those because of that, you put it on top. And now you flip your 2 for defense. So, tough one. Don't forget that. Oh, so 10, what was that? Yeah, that was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 into 2. 12 into 2 for 10, he is dead. Which pretty much guarantees you the game, which is what you needed. All this will go to the scrap, including this. And draw for turn, sir. On the plus side, you can kill him. On the downside, the Pierce 6 or even Pierce 4 guarantees her the win. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
I'll probably buy the
And just for, no, that's another action. You can't play it, and it's only helpful for Megs. We do that just to clear that.
Okay, Amelia, what do you want?
I was gonna say
I mean, it doesn't really matter overall. Actually, it really doesn't matter because you have Pierce 4, which will clear it out anyway, but it gets rid of that. Gives you an extra defense, which doesn't matter because of the Pierce 4, but we're just talking semantics at this point. So you've, of course, Hot Rod can't do anything outside of attack. I mean, you could, well, Transforming doesn't do anything for him at all as far as attack, so yeah. You would just attack into Jetfire, flip 2. So 5, 6 into 1, flip 2. 6 and a 2. 6 and a 2 for 4. So Jetfire is dead. So this goes to scrap. He goes to the KO. This goes to the KO. And you have no cards in hand, so you can't swap out for the bashing. I don't think, yeah, you don't have any cards. So, and this goes over. And you'll draw for turn, and you should win the game. I mean, yeah, because you have 2, 2, and then you have the Pierce 6, which you only need to Pierce 4. So, and that's all it takes to kill him. So that is game. But we'll play it out. Can't do anything with it. You would just say, okay, trigger happy into hot rod, flip 2. So 6, Pierce 6. And that is game. You win. That FireHappy deck, it's one annoying deck. A lot of people hate me for it, but it's still not necessarily the biggest top tier deck out there. Like, it's just fun to play, and it really makes people.
It is not a deck that this deck would like to go against. It's really what it is, though.
It's, yeah, everybody, like, it takes.
Well, the problem is, one, just built this deck. 2, that deck, I know Raffle Stomps his deck.
It's just wrong. It does pretty much everything. Like, it outside of another heavy aggro is the only thing that it struggles against. And that's only because most of the other heavy aggros hit heavier than it does. And that's the only reason. Outside of that, and I'm working on figuring out some stuff to straighten that out. But that was a good tutorial. If anybody, don't forget, everybody hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to end up doing some more videos, but I don't know if we'll do some more tutorials of this or not. But don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button. Check out Southern Fried TCG. Check out Twisted Nightmare Gaming. And
Lunar Star 10-3.
And don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button on all those channels, guys. G's out.
Bye.